in our lives, God calls us to something, but what we do is we begin to kind of compile the evidence, and we begin to kind of compile and build this case of doubt to lay before God based upon our perceived limitations. As if God didn't know. As if God lacked some insight. But the reality of the scriptures is when we see this kind of moment of weakness in most of the biblical characters, it's the strong men of God that we know, we see this in their lives even. Many of them that we read and we're just like, man, look what they were able to accomplish. Many of them push back initially. But what's incredible is that throughout the Bible, what we see play out, and hear me, what we see play out is that God's people, you and I, if you surrender your life to Jesus Christ, God's people are responsible to act in obedience based upon faith, not to bring objection based upon lack, based upon a weakness, based upon some past experience. We're supposed to respond in obedience. See, we will be held, and I don't want you to misunderstand me, we will be held accountable. We will be judged by the fruit in our lives. The Bible's clear about that. Right, we will be judged by the fruit in our lives. However, I want you to understand something. We've never been called to produce that fruit. That's the Holy Spirit's job. What we've been called to do is to pursue faithfulness, pursue Christ in his call on our lives. And then God, through the Holy Spirit's work in our lives, produces this sanctification, produces this godliness, produces this holiness where we become more and more like Jesus. And so God is the one ultimately responsible for the fruit in our lives. Our responsibility is to pursue faithfulness. That's our responsibility. You see, what Moses wants to show us this morning in this passage is this, and this is our bottom line. We are called to obey, not object.